Starting a business in your garage doesn't start with a genius idea. It usually starts with something small, annoying, repetitive, broken clips, missing caps, cheap plastic brackets that crack, and nobody wants to wait 3 weeks to import. That's where this machine comes in. A mini injection molding machine isn't flashy. It's one of those practical business machines designed to manufacture products consistently. It melts plastic pellets and injects them into a mold to create finished parts. The same industrial process used in large factories, just scaled down into one of those small machines for business that can realistically run inside a home workshop. Now here's what most people miss. If you're searching for machines to make money, or machines that make money from home, the opportunity isn't in hype, it's in repeat demand. Small plastic parts that wear out and get reordered constantly. Big factories chase volume, they ignore small orders. That gap is where machines for business at home become powerful. This is how real work from home manufacturing begins. One mold, one buyer type, predictable output. That's what turns a simple setup into a low investment business instead of an expensive hobby, and eventually into a small home factory. When people look at the equipment cost, they're surprised. A solid mini injection molding machine typically falls between $5,000 and $15,000 depending on automation. Serious, but realistic for someone building a long-term operation. If this kind of practical breakdown of real business ideas helps you think clearer, like the video. Share it with someone serious and subscribe to Business Dash. Stay with me. We still have 7 more machines to start in your garage, and some of them are even more interesting than this one. Machine number 2, desktop CNC milling machine. This one attracts a very different personality type. A desktop CNC milling machine is for people who like precision, control, and repeatability. You're not printing shapes or guessing outcomes. You're cutting material exactly where you tell it to. The important thing to understand is who your client is. It's not mass manufacturers. It's engineers, repair shops, small brands, and product designers who need short runs, revisions, or custom parts that actually fit. Big machine shops are optimized for large batches. They don't want 10 parts. They don't want changes. They don't want conversations. That friction is where a small CNC setup shines. With a compact CNC mill, you can produce brackets, plates, enclosures, fixtures, mechanical components, and even tooling for other manufacturing processes. These are functional parts, not decorative ones, which means customers care more about accuracy than marketing. This business rewards skill more than space. If you can read drawings and deliver consistent tolerances, nobody cares whether the machine is in a garage or a warehouse. By the time most people price it out, they realize serious desktop CNC machines typically sit between $4,000 and $12,000, depending on rigidity and accuracy. Machine number 3, Resin 3D printer. Resin 3D printing only works if you stop treating it like a hobby. This machine exists for one reason: extreme detail, smooth surfaces, sharp edges, clean finishes. When appearance matters more than brute strength, Resin wins every time. Think jewelry masters, dental models, cosmetic packaging samples, miniatures, figurines, and product prototypes. These industries don't want good enough. They want precision that looks intentional. Here's the overlooked angle. Most designers don't want to own printers. Resin printing is messy, sensitive, and unforgiving if you rush it. Cleaning, curing, handling chemicals. That scares casual users away. That fear creates demand for reliable operators. You're not selling random prints online. You're offering a controlled production service where files turn into predictable results. That reliability matters more than speed. This business scales through relationships, not volume. Once someone trusts your output, they come back every time they need revisions or new designs. When people finally check equipment costs, they usually find that professional resin printers capable of commercial quality work fall roughly in the $2,000 to $6,000 range, depending on size and resolution. Machine number 4, vacuum forming machine. Vacuum forming is one of those processes that feels almost too simple, which is why people underestimate it. The concept is straightforward. Heat plastic sheets, pull them over a mold using vacuum, and let them cool into shape. The result shows up everywhere: packaging trays, inserts, clamshells, display covers, food containers. The real opportunity isn't plastic, it's customization. Small brands hate generic packaging. They want something that fits their product perfectly, protects it, and looks intentional. Big packaging suppliers don't want short runs or constant tweaks. It's not worth their time. A small vacuum forming setup thrives on those exact clients. You're solving a logistical headache. Someone launches a product, needs packaging fast, and doesn't want to import anything. Speed and flexibility beat scale here. This machine also pairs well with other processes. You can create molds using CNC or 3D printing, then form packaging in-house. Most people are surprised to learn that capable small vacuum forming machines usually land in the $4,000 to $10,000 range, depending on sheet size and heating quality, which explains why so many packaging businesses start small and stay profitable. Machine number 5, pad printing machine. This is one of those machines people overlook because it doesn't look impressive at first glance. No sparks, no noise, no movement that screams manufacturing, but it solves a very real problem. Pad printing exists for one reason: putting clean, permanent graphics on objects that are awkward to print on. Curved surfaces, textured plastics, small parts, buttons, caps, pens, cosmetic containers, electronic housings. Most branding methods fail here. Stickers peel, screen printing struggles, laser marking isn't always suitable. Pad printing just works. What makes this interesting from a business angle is that it's rarely a standalone product. It's usually a second step. Someone already makes plastic parts, tools, promotional items, or packaging, and now they need logos, icons, labels, or markings added professionally. That's where small operators win. Large print shops don't like short runs or setup-heavy jobs. A pad printing machine thrives on them. You can either serve local manufacturers as a service or combine this with another machine and brand your own products in-house. That pairing is powerful. Most people only realize late in the research phase that a solid pad printing setup usually usually sits somewhere between $3,000 and $8,000 depending on color capability and automation, which explains why it's so common in small production workshops. Machine number 6, desktop plastic extruder. This machine looks simple, but it's quietly industrial. A desktop plastic extruder melts plastic pellets and pushes them through a shaped die, producing continuous profiles, tubes, rods, strips, spacers, trims, parts that don't get attention but are constantly needed. The key thing to understand here is that extrusion is about consistency, not creativity. Clients don't want variety. They want the same profile every time, cut to length, delivered reliably. This is why extrusion fits small businesses so well. You're not chasing trends, you're filling repeat orders. Construction suppliers, installers, repair shops, and manufacturers often need custom profiles that big suppliers won't touch unless volumes are high. A small extruder lets you serve niche requirements, uncommon sizes, short runs, fast turnaround. That flexibility is the advantage. This machine also pairs well with recycling ideas, reprocessing scrap plastic into usable profiles, which some clients care about more than price. When people finally dig into equipment costs, they usually find that capable desktop plastic extruders fall roughly in the $3,000 to $7,000 range, depending on output and temperature control. Accessible for real manufacturing, not hobby-level tools. Machine number 7, small metal stamping press. This one scares people, and that fear is exactly why it works. Metal stamping feels too industrial until you realize how many everyday parts are stamped. Clips, brackets, tabs, plates, connectors, simple shapes made fast and repeatedly. A small metal stamping press uses force and a die to cut or shape thin metal sheets. Once the die exists, production is fast, consistent, and cheap per unit. Here's the key. This business is not about custom one-offs. It's about one part done well, one bracket, one clip, one component that someone keeps reordering. Large stamping houses want massive contracts. Small manufacturers, maintenance companies, and local suppliers don't need that scale. They need reliability. This setup rewards planning more than speed. Design the die properly, choose the right material, and production becomes boring. Again, in the best way. People usually expect the equipment to be unaffordable, then realize small stamping press is suitable for thin gauge work. Typically sit between $5,000 and $12,000 depending on tonnage and safety features. Machine number 8, mini hot foil stamping machine. This machine doesn't manufacture products, it upgrades them. Hot foil stamping applies metallic or pigmented foil to surfaces using heat and pressure. It's how packaging suddenly looks premium without changing the product itself. Think cosmetic boxes, labels, notebooks, cards, leather goods, rigid packaging. Foil stamping is visual psychology. It signals value instantly. Here's why this works as a small business. Many brands want the look, but not the investment. They don't need thousands of units. They need small runs for launches, seasonal products, or premium editions. Big finishing houses don't want that work. A small foil stamping setup does. This machine is often added later, once someone already has customers. It increases perceived value without changing materials. Same box, same product, completely different feel. It also pairs well with printing, packaging, or handmade products, making it a powerful add-on rather than a starting point. Most people are surprised to learn that reliable mini hot foil stamping machines usually fall in the $2,000 to $5,000 range, depending on platen size and temperature control. What you probably noticed in this video is that none of these machines are trendy, none of them are get rich quick, and that's the point. Real businesses aren't built on hype, they're built on processes, on repeat demand, on solving problems that already exist in the real world. Every machine we covered today fits into that category. They're tools, and in the right hands, tools turn into systems. If you're serious about building something practical, something physical, something that doesn't depend on algorithms or luck, then you're in the right place. This is Business Dash, where we break down real machines, real setups, and real opportunities without the fantasy. If this video helped you think differently about what's possible, like it, share it with someone who wants to start a real business, and subscribe to Business Dash. We've got a lot more coming.